Zotawo.
The story of Zotawo, which translates to Spirit Stone, has been passed down through generations. This stone was believed to hold powerful blessings. Once upon a time, a man named Koza and his wife, Kola, migrated from the Mongolian region along with their three sons and their domestic animals, bravely making their way through forests and rivers to reach Sajova. Upon reaching Mekhel village, they rested for a while and prayed to their creator for guidance. Koza then planted his walking stick, which he had carried from the very beginning of their journey, into the ground. The stick immediately slanted towards Kezakeno, and even the wind began to blow in that direction. When Koza tried to pull out his walking stick, he found he could not, for it had transformed into a wild pear tree. A swallow appeared and began to fly towards Kezakeno. They continued their journey following the swallow as it soared ahead of them, guiding them until they reached Kezakeno. Upon reaching Kezakeno, a mist descended, covering the spirit stone, and the swallow started to hover above it. Suddenly, a frog appeared on the spirit stone, holding a stalk of paddy in its mouth. These signs reassured them that their creator was guiding them to settle there. When Koza removed the stalk of paddy and placed it on the spirit stone, he was amazed to see it doubled right before his eyes. It is believed that this was the moment they received the paddy for cultivation. From then on, anything placed on the stone before noon would be doubled by afternoon. They believed that a spirit dwelt in the stone. Koza had three sons, the eldest Chakhesang, the second Angami, and the youngest was Sumi. Every day, the brothers took turns drying paddy on the spirit stone. However, after their father's passing, jealousy began to creep in among them, as each brother wanted more chances to dry his paddy. The two elder brothers took turns drying their rice on the magic stone, intentionally excluding their youngest brother. It became a regular routine for them to prevent him from taking his turn. As jealousy grew, fights became more frequent, and their once close bond began to deteriorate. Seeing the frequent quarrels and fights, the old mother grew worried, fearing that after her death there would be bloodshed among her children over the stone. To prevent this, she ultimately decided to destroy the spirit stone. One fateful day, the old mother placed some dry leaves beneath the spirit stone and set it on fire. As the stone heated up, it cracked loudly into several pieces. When it shattered, the family saw something resembling a dove ascending to the heaven. The stone had lost its blessing. The mother also saw a rooster emerge from the fire and fly towards the Doyang river. She urged her youngest son to follow the rooster, seeing it as a sign of blessing for him. According to the elders of Kezakeno, the Sumi were the first to migrate from Kezakenoma. Some remnants of the stone were taken to the Angami, Chakhesang, Lotha, and Sumi areas, believing that it still held magical powers, though the original blessing was lost. This marked the beginning of the first migration. It is said that not all Naga tribes, but most of them are believed to have migrated from Kezakeno village. Tiger, Spirit, and Man. The legend of the Mao folktale is rooted in Makhel village, telling the story of Zilia Masuro, the first woman from whom all of mankind is said to have descended. One day, while she was sleeping under a banyan tree, a column of clouds surrounded her, and she conceived. From this miraculous event, she gave birth to a tiger, a spirit, and a man. The tiger was the eldest, and the man was the youngest. As years passed, their mother grew old and became weak. Each of her sons took turns caring for her at home while the other two went into the forest to gather food. On the day the tiger stayed home with their mother, he pestered her by pointing at various parts of her body, claiming that he would eat them after her death. On the days when the spirit took his turn to take care of her, her illness seemed to worsen. But when it was man's turn to care for her, the mother felt happy as he looked after her tenderly. She dreaded the days when the tiger and spirit would take their turns, as her condition worsened. Man thought that he should do something to ensure she could die peacefully while he was by her side. He gathered some wild chilies and cooked them into a soup, thinking it would slowly harm her. To his surprise, when the mother tasted the soup, she actually felt better and asked for more. Unfortunately, time passed and the old mother died while man was with her. Following her last instructions, he buried her under the family hearth and carefully replaced the stones, making it look as if nothing had happened. Man also dug in various places to scatter fresh earth, making it seem as if nothing was amiss. When the tiger returned home and noticed their mother was gone, he asked Man about her. Man told him the truth about her death, but refused to reveal where he had buried her. The tiger pawed and dug everywhere, searching for their mother's body, but he could not find it. The tiger had overlooked the hearth, not realizing that she could be buried there. This led to the tradition of families burying their dead beneath the hearth, though it remains uncommon now. As time passed, conflicts of interest began to arise among the three brothers. The tiger was always looking for an opportunity to harm his youngest brother, intending to make him his meal. Wary of his brother's intentions, Man created a sleeping spot high up on the roof out of the tiger's reach. One day, while Man was sleeping, Tiger entered the house and noticed his brother's reflection in a long tubular water drum below. Thinking this was his chance, the tiger dove in, only to discover the drum was full of water. The splash woke Man, and he began to devise a plan to get rid of his menacing brother. He asked the tiger what it feared the most. The tiger replied, nothing could frighten him except the sound of a booming thunder. Taking this hint, Man hollowed out a gourd and filled it with pebbles, creating a makeshift instrument. He tied the gourd to the tiger's waist while it was asleep. Then taking his bugle, made from a long stem of tubular plant called makhi, he sounded it sharply into the tiger's ears. Alarmed by the loud bugle, the tiger jumped and ran away. With each leap, the pebbles rattled in the gourd, driving the tiger further into the dark jungle of the western hills. At the same time, the spirit decided to head south to the warm lowland valley, and so the three brothers went their separate ways. Makhel village is located at Senapati district of Manipur, which is located 30 kilometers south of the capital Kohima, Nagaland. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to discover more enchanting tales and rich traditions from the comfort of your home.